It is an professionally trained in the art and the science of designing buildings and environmental spaces for human use. Mainly focus on aesthetics, spatial utility, and human psychology. Translates client needs into visual and functional concepts. Coordinates lighting, ventilation, and interior flow. Whereas the civil engineer mainly focus on the logic and strength, a civil engineer is a professional who applies physical and scientific principles to design, construct, maintain infrastructure. Focus on structural integrity, safety, and durability. Manages the engineering of foundations, frames, and utilities. Responsible for logistics, material strength, and site execution. So the main area, so where does the architect versus engineer focus? So aesthetic and forms, architect focus, structural analysis, engineer, spatial planning, architect, and the material science, engineers. Project life cycle. The strategic phase of defining spatial relationship, zoning, and the circulation paths within a building is called architectural planning, where the process of creating detailed blueprints, sections, and elevations that specify the form and the function of every component is called designing. The synthesis of art and technology to innovate new structures, and it involves material selection and the environmental response is called creating. The specific to the assembly of structural frameworks, offered steel or precast concrete, forming the skeleton of a building is called erecting. Constructing and erecting is has to be done properly. Constructing the comprehensive physical work of building, it covers masonry, plumbing, electrical, and finishing systems. Whereas in executing the management layer, ensuring the project is delivered on time, within the budget, and meeting all technical specifications. Success equal to design plus quality into execution. The integrated approach. So modern buildings design is no longer linear, it's a circular collaboration. As like a circular economy, architects, forms and user experience, civil and structural engineers for stability, MEP engineers for services, sustainability consultants for eco impact. Strike evolution. So mainly the architecture has been from ancient era like pyramids, ziggurats and temples focus on monumental permanence. Classical Roman Greek orders, introduction of arches, domes and proportions. Renaissance, a revival of symmetry, the birth of the master architect. Modernism, form follows function, steel, glass and concrete revolution. Evolution of cities. The Hippomedanian grid. This was one of the ancient grid system that gives a basic for the town planning. Ancient cities like Miletus and Prain introduced the grid system, dividing urban space into a public, private, and religious sectors. This layout ensured efficient land use and provided a blueprint for Roman military camps and modern metropolises. Urbanization trends. So initially it was about the industrial population, next post-war 1950, and now mainly focused on mega cities. The main principles of city planning, zoning, segregation, land use, residential, commercial, and industrial, we have to segregate it separately. Connectivity, hierarchical road networks and public transport, green belts, preserving nature and limiting urban sprawl, density control, regulating population per unit area, public welfare, ensures access to health, education, and safety. The types of cities and new towns, industrial cities build built around manufacturing hubs like Detroit, Jamshedpur, like that, and administrative center of governance, New Delhi, Canberra, and garden cities, self-contained communities with green belts, Epsilon, Howard. So, for example, we see about the Pink City, Jaipur and Chandigarh, India's first planned city in 1727, based on Vastu Shastra and Shilpa Shastra, grid iron layout with the 9 squares. And Chandigarh, designed by Lee Corbusier, divided into sectors, human body, like a human body analogy, head, heart, and lungs. So regulations and bylaws. So FSI, FAR, flow space index or ratio.